Zambia's cotton industry for decades survived under the Cotton Act of 1914. The Cotton Act of 1914 was repealed in 2005, giving birth to the Cotton Act of 2005. In 2006, Cotton Association of Zambia CAS was established but was not recognized by the Cotton Act of 2005, leaving farmers without representation. In the last 10 years, Zambia's cotton industry has collapsed by about 90%, with productivity going down from 275,000 metric tons per year to 25,000 metric tons per annum. TrustAfrica and Solidaridad, under the Reclaim Sustainability Program, joined efforts to save the cotton industry from total collapse. The program aims to contribute to achieving a sustainable and inclusive Zambian cotton sector for producers, especially women, to receive fair value for their produce and work under legal and safe conditions. The program also looks to see that cotton producers are able to advocate through inclusive dialogue to influence agendas and incorporate it into policy making. It also seeks to accelerate disruptive innovations to optimize bargaining positions of farmers and workers, and lastly, amplify the voice of the citizenry to mobilize and engage citizens and CSOs to change norms and influence policy agenda on issues such as unsustainability and inclusive practices. The program hence supported collectivization through establishment of a functional multi-stakeholder platform and capacity building and advocacy skills for farmers and stakeholders. The sector has since embarked on sensitizing stakeholders to, among others, push for the amendment of the Cotton Act of 2005. The key identified issues being establishment of a pricing model, distribution of quality and certification seed and chemicals, and a harmonized extension service approach. TrustAfrica and Solidaridad identified the commemoration of the World Cotton Day as a platform to engage stakeholders and amplify the plight of the farmers. A press briefing was therefore held at Waterfalls Hotel in Chongwe District, Lusaka Province, targeting journalists from Lusaka, Southern and Central provinces after identifying the media as partners in advocacy.
We have participated in the review of the Cotton Act of 2005 and would like to solicit your support as it goes to Parliament in the next weeks. The current Act does not recognize the CAS as the farmers' representative, and this is the genesis of our problem, as we are a farmers' association but cannot represent our farmers in terms of price setting and negotiations.
Another press briefing was held at Luangwa House in Chipata City in Eastern Province, targeting journalists from Eastern Province. Eastern Province is the largest cotton producer in Zambia, followed by Central and Southern provinces.
The genus contract about 350,000 farmers annually. Currently, the production is at 25,000 tons per year, and it reduced from 275,000 tons. But the question also, which I pose to you, media houses, have you taken keen interest after seeing this reduction in the production to ask as to why the genus are not exiting despite the reduction in the production? That is where we are proving our point that there is exploitation to the farmers, because if it's a natural thing, we have also to expect the number of genus exiting, because it means there is no business.
We had a meeting with the Minister of Agriculture at Mulongoshi House, where we tried to call the genus and find out if they can adjust the price according to the market parameters. But unfortunately, after discussing the same competition consumer protection, they came in and everything what we discussed with the minister and the genus was just in vain. And that's why you saw the price of cotton this year dropped to 6 kwacha. We tried to negotiate with them and giving them the parameters, but we failed. This is just the latest information which we had. So we are seeking the media also to assist us, maybe by engaging CCPC because it's also part of the government under the Ministry of Commerce, and the cotton is under the Ministry of Agriculture. If the two ministries can rehearse and come up with a solution to help the farmers.
Cotton farmers could not hide their frustration on what is pushing them away from growing cotton.
In 2012, so many farmers came in to grow the crop. But what the GINAs do, when so many farmers provide their labor to grow the crop, you face in the next season a crash in terms of price.
Traditional leader Senior Chief Nzamane and Chipata Mayor George Mwanza expressed disappointment at the operations of the sector and are calling for a fairer Cotton Act to save the cotton industry.
You can imagine, I grew some cotton myself. And the other time I was putting the seed in the soil, I was promised that the cotton will be selling at 20 kwacha per kilo. I got so surprised. At the end, my cotton was taken for 6 kwacha per kilo. The people that contract us to grow this cotton are stealing off us. That is not right. So I think the bill that is coming will protect the farmer and also the association. I want the lawmakers to support the bill.
Our young people and our women, our farmers would like to really make sure that just like the fashion sector is improving, there should be a corresponding benefit in terms of resources from their energy, from their effort, and that is what is there. So as mayor, I would like to call upon members of parliament in our country to support the amendment of the Cotton Act.
The government is alive to the challenges facing the cotton industry, such as fluctuating market prices, climate change, and labor issues. However, the World Cotton Day serves as a reminder that the perseverance and tenacity of the cotton farmers, workers, and the communities who devote their lives to cultivating and processing this valuable fiber merit our recognition and support. It is for this reason that as we celebrate today, there is need to consider sustainable solutions and equitable trade practices that benefit all parties.
Beatrice Makwenda is Trust Africa representative for the Southern African region.
The Reclaim Sustainability Program in Zambia is really working together with all the cotton actors from farmers, GINAs, private sector, civil society organizations, as well as government to really deliver inclusivity, fairness, equitable distribution within the cotton value chain. A catalytic decision that happened was the creation of the multi-stakeholder platform where all concerned stakeholders come to a dialogue table to look at the issues that are affecting the sector, but also together develop interventions as well as solutions to curb those challenges. So from gender and social inclusion, from fair value distribution, from harmonized extension services, to really just even developing the seed systems, this platform has become the bedrock onto which the voices and participation of the different actors is respected but also is heard.
Sunduzwayo Banda, the Cotton Board of Zambia Chief Executive Officer, acknowledges the issues, and the board is in all efforts supporting the review of the Act.
Government has been very good to us. They recently approved, in principle, our Act to be revised. We are done with the composition of the submissions from farmers. We are at a stage where we are, composing a final draft, which is going to be shared for public comment and eventually be presented in Parliament. Our hope is that before this current session of Parliament closes, we will present this Act and change the lives of the people.
So the decision within Zambia to reform and review the current Cotton Act of 2005 will really be a game changer within the cotton sector, because it will provide the necessary infrastructure regulatory-wise to ensure that fairness, equitable distribution, inclusion, and how farmer voices, as well as institutions like farmer organizations, institutions dealing with research, but also just the GNs engage within the sector, but also ensure that as everyone engages, they are really engaging in a position that is to really support the other actors, but also to ensure that there is fairness and inclusivity. But then at the end of the day is really to achieve sustainability within the cotton sector that really delivers value for the farmer, but also creates the necessary impact at household level.
Cotton industry in Zambia is likely to grow once the country has a fairer cotton law. Cotton farmers are also likely to be protected against exploitation.